How we all doing tonight? It is Self-Care Sunday! Woo! Who is with me tonight? Who's joining us on this Sunday night? Am I all alone? Who is with me? First person in the house is Stephanie. Welcome to the show, Stephanie. Jeremy. Hey, Jeremy, welcome. Kelly's with us. Howdy, Kelly. Lisa in Alaska. How's your husband doing, Lisa? Hello, Adele and Dazzle. And Dennis is in the house. Sherry's with us. Angela. Kitty. Dana's with us. Jennifer's late. She must have had a batch of cookies in the oven. Hey, Julie Jankowitz. Hey, Michelle. Dawn, welcome. Hey, Jennifer. I threw you off. I was late, Jennifer, so I threw you off there. I was late, everybody. I apologize for that, for holding you up here this Self-Care Sunday. Hey, Alexa. Sherry's with us. Bailey's with us. I am very thankful to hear that your husband's done with his surgery. I hope he's quickly on the mend there, Lisa. Very much so. But he's lucky to have you as his nurse, taking care of him. So what all did we do on this Self-Care Sunday? I've heard there's been some cookie baking. I heard that from people that the DoubleTree recipe was better than the Grand Floridian recipe, is the stories that I am hearing out there from baking today. What else did we do? The sun was shining here. I got contactless ice cream. Hey, Diane. There's a place that we go to for ice cream that we like, that does, nitrogen ice cream. They take the milk, the ice cream, it's all just liquid milk, and they flash freeze it right there in front of you. Well, not so much right in front of you right now, but that's what it's right in front of you, which is really cool. Hey, Crystal, how are you? Alexa cleaned out her closet for Self-Care Sunday. Kitty was working in her flower beds in the sun. My mother-in-law was out there in the garden some today. She's looking forward. We're supposed to have sun most of the week, so she's looking forward to working in the garden most of this week, Kitty. Melissa's with us on the treadmill of life. Peanut butter fingers, Julie. Now that sounds good. Nothing wrong with that. You were a former flight attendant? Now that is interesting news, Sherry. Your exits are over here, and DoubleTree cookies are always hot when you arrive. See, that's a fun fact we learned about Sherry. Sherry was a former flight attendant. The things we did before resale, we could write a whole book about that. Sylvia's with us. Welcome, Sylvia. Cheers, everyone. Went with the Cabernet tonight. Yes, the liquor cabinet's getting a little light. We're okay on cookies right now, but the liquor cabinet is a little light. Hey, Angie. I am glad to hear that you enjoyed the peanut butter cups, Alexa. That is fabulous to hear. Hey, Suzanne and MJ, great to have you with us. It was great talking with you this evening. I've got the Cabernet, is what I went with in the wine tonight. Hey, Jaya, how are ya? So what are we all grateful for tonight on this Self-Care Sunday? What are we grateful for on this Self-Care Sunday as we get started here at the top of the show? Yes, it's really my fault that we were late, not that I was talking to you that we were late. So I don't want anybody to think that it's your fault, Suzanne. Hey, Pat, how are you? I owe you a reply, too. There's several people on here tonight that I owe replies to. But I will catch up with everybody. I always do. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer, but I always call everybody back or email everybody. So I will circle back with everybody. Host defense tea with elderberry syrup. Tea falls into my I can't do it things. There's only a few food groups that I can't do, and tea is one of the things that I can't do. There's a short list of things that I don't that just aren't Neil, and tea is absolutely one of them. Even with elderberry syrup. Although elderberry syrup could be interesting on something else. So I'm with that. So what is everybody? Chris is with us tonight. Welcome, Chris. Yes, I am running late today, Karen. So you're okay. Carmela's with us. Dan, the standing man, made a great dinner tonight. That is very nice. Love to hear that. Suzanne's grateful for Narts. Love to hear that. What else are we grateful for on this Sunday? Oh, Karen, you meant you did. Well, I was late too, Karen. So it all works out. Oh, okay, I'm with you on coffee, Sylvia. I'm the guy that's in the tea room and orders a coffee. At least it's usually fresh. And I'm all for immunity. Isn't that what wine is for? And Jai is grateful for her family. So in our inspirational words tonight, and one of the things, I think this was from Vina again, you may not always have a comfortable life, and you will not always be able to solve all of the world's problems at once, but don't ever underestimate the importance you can have, because history has shown us that courage can be contagious, and hope can take on a life of its own. That is from Michelle Obama, actually. It was sent to me by Vina, but it was from Michelle Obama. I'm grateful to be here. Hey, Michelle, good to hear from you again. I think today's been a Virginia day. I've been on with many from Virginia today. Oh, Carmela, that is awesome that your husband has been working full-time and then helping you. That is awesome. It really is. So, that is great, everybody. Let's open our Good Morning, Good Night book and see what we got in here tonight. Well, this is sort of appreciative of the times, and especially, and this is the page that I flipped to here in our Good Morning, Good Night book. Good morning. Engages in complicated handshake that injures us both. Ow. Worth it. Go get him. I'm really having problems with this whole elbow thing. I'm a shaker. I'm a hugger. I'm supposed to elbow. I'm not that coordinated, people. That is not my talent. That is not something I bring to the table. Yeah, the elbow, I can't do the chicken dance or anything. I don't know how to do the elbow. So that is a problem. Hey, Vicky in Atlanta, hello! Sorry that Atlanta is rainy today, but thrilled to have you with us. But remember, Vicky, April showers they do bring May flowers, and we're working on getting to the other side of this. So that is where we're headed. Thank you, Suzanne. One of the many careers, there was a time when I was a kid and they said, well, you're going to be the next rabbi. And I'm like, no, there's no chance of that. There is no chance of that. I questioned too many things. I asked too many questions and everything. But it was a funny time. There was a woman in our synagogue that always thought I would be a great next rabbi. So spiritual ritual, I'm not sure, but hey, it is all good. Let me get out my notes for tonight. I love this. So earlier this week when I was talking to the Welties, okay, so I got to give full credit where I got this idea. One of the ideas, and I told them I was saving it for Self-Care Sunday, and they're not even on yet tonight. They'll catch the replay later. But was he's got a ritual that he's got going. Hey, Jennifer. Glad that you are with us. And hopefully your move went well. But Kurt had a thing, and it's really applicable right now as we're all, working on different things to get our stores moving forward or make our stores better while we go through this. And he's been working a mantra, and he's running out of them, which is good. But what could you spend $20 on? A $20 bill. Grab a $20 bill from anywhere. I don't have one, otherwise I'd show you one. I don't even have the props, so I'm doing a lousy job with props tonight. What could you spend $20 on that would change your life? Can you fix that squeaky door? Is that door handle that's always jiggling a problem? Is something loose over here, that just needs a little tweak? What could you spend $20 on? Not $200, not $2,000. What $20 projects do you have throughout your store? And what can you do this week to knock a $20 project off your list? Today, and so he's been trying to do one a day. Okay, knock a $20 project off your list. And he's somewhat handy. I am not. Okay, so my projects tend... You gave your last $20 to your husband yesterday? And what'd that get you, Suzanne? But really, okay, what is $20? What $20 project? And I thought, and he's been doing it around the house and around the store. But I just thought that was such an appropriate thing for Self-Care Sunday on how we drive things forward. I feel like I know MJ now and everything else. All I can say, Suzanne, is there's a reason I don't carry cash on my wallet. It tends to disappear. So what can you do to drive that forward? A $20 project. What little $20 things do you have all throughout your house or your store that you've been putting off or just haven't had time to even think of or do? And now you have that extra time so that you can invest in that. And that's a great way to look at investing in your life, but it changes your life. When that door doesn't squeak anymore when you go out of it, when the handles on the cabinet work, just all these little things make a big difference. We heard that from some of our software providers that did some recent updates to their system. They were surprised that nobody liked the big stuff, but everybody loved all these little changes. Little changes matter. And that leads me into my next thing. Is strive for progress, not perfection. Okay? Angie, I love it. Okay, for those of you that didn't see Angie's comment, her money saver idea of the day is she told her staff after 32 days if was anything in the break room, she ate it. I think after 32 days, if there was anything in the break room, we threw it out. And that's part of, I've been getting in trouble in the peanut butter cups. People order this peanut butter cup, and I'm like, that flavor's out. And it's because we've been snacking on them and using them for snacks, and thus we have not been good stewards of the computer system on that. It is on the staff list, though, to re-inventory what we have left over when I am able to have staff back. But it's been a low priority for me. I just know I need to reorder all of them from my supplier. So, one of the lessons this week that we need to keep in mind as we move forward is that you need, and it's something that I talk about all the time, is striving for progress, not perfection. Focusing on progress and gratitude helps cultivate a progressive versus perfectionist mindset during challenging times. Proactively working to maintain a positive mindset is critical during times of crisis when negativity is often pervasive. And remember, I talked about last week, what are your 3 most valuable plays this week, today, for this day, or this week, so that you're prioritizing and getting something done. So you're not like your kids when they go off to school. What did you do in school today? Nothing. Okay, what did you guys accomplish at the store and your work life today? Nothing, and you're just doing a little bit on this and a little bit on that, and you're not focusing on progress in any one thing. We need to be getting into a mindset of focusing on progress so that we're driving our online sales and keeping that side going, but we're getting our stores ready for the time when we are allowed to reopen. And I know some states are starting to talk about that, and some states are actually doing it, which leads me into my next topic. We're moving along fast here tonight. I hope you're in a good spot on the treadmill, Melissa. So, one thing that there's no place for, you got to remember, we are all in this together. We may not be in the same place in this together, but we are all going through this effect. Some of us have more money in our bank account, some of us have less, some of us have bigger stores, some of us have smaller stores, some of us have no staff, some of us have lots of staff, some of us have a couple people still working for us, some of us have none. Some of us have consigners banging at the door trying to come in, others of us have shoppers banging, trying to get in and buys things. There's all sorts of different paths that we are traveling in this, but we are all humans, we are all business owners, and we are all going through this. So it's not fair to judge someone else, okay, because of where they are with their loans, or who they're paying or who they're not paying. Whether they're going to open and have customers in, whether they refuse to have customers in. Everyone has to make the right choice for themselves, for their community, for their customers, for their suppliers, and for their team members. And we all have to respect that. So there's not a spot here to bash others or others' decisions. We have to be there to support each other in any way that we can support them. And I'm glad that we have this community to be able to support people in. But these are tough decisions and tough times for everyone. Okay, and really don't compare your back of store, your back room, what you know of your books and what's happening in your store to someone else's front of store and think they've got it all together or everything's great. Okay, I spend all my day on the phone dashing that. Okay, they think Sally's got the greatest store and has all this money in the bank. Well, I'm not here to kiss and tell, but your visions of what somebody else has aren't necessarily true. Okay? So don't put images into your mind. Let's deal and work on yours and what's going and what is right for you. Most importantly with all of this, and again, focusing on progress, not perfection, is a good old Mark Twain quote. And, Mark Twain, lived in Connecticut, where I live, is the secret of getting ahead. So we all want to get ahead. Do you want to know the secret? Does anyone want to know the secret to getting ahead? Nobody? No likes? Nobody wants to know the secret of getting ahead. Okay, moving on. What was the next thing on my list? We were striving for progress, not now there's a couple likes there. Okay, we want to know the secret. Mark Twain says the secret of getting ahead is getting started. So what are you going to work on this coming week, okay, to get started, okay, to focus on progress, not perfection? So the secret of getting ahead, okay, is getting started. So what are you going to start this week, okay, to start making progress? So that is huge, and it's very fitting for what we're dealing with. Again, focusing on progress, not perfection. I got a lot of perfectionists in this group. A lot of perfectionists, okay? You're not perfect. Get over it. Okay? I love you all, but you're not perfect. Get over it. The stuff you do is not going to be perfect. Get over it. Okay? But we're making progress. Okay? And we're going to make progress. You know, I know some of us are disappointed on what we do qualify for in this and what we don't. I know, like, one of the grants that I posted that starts tomorrow, you know, some zip codes are in, some zip codes are out. There's not necessarily... You do have too many things started, Carla, but focus on the progress of your 3 MVPs. That's why, what are your most valuable plays this week that you can make? What are the 3 things you're going to do tomorrow or this week, okay, to make forward progress, Carmela? That is exactly what you need to be focused on. That's why you use both progress, not perfection, in association with your MVPs to continue driving things forward. Okay, because you're all a bunch of freaking perfectionists. You're trying to do all these things 100% perfect, and you get nothing done. Okay? You got to remember, you're super freaking human. Okay? You are a super woman. Okay? Or man. Okay? Everybody around you is mere mortals. So if you only accomplish 80% or 90% of the perfection that you were trying to do, everyone will think you're unbelievably wonderful. I assure you of that. Okay? You know, for some of you, on Self-Care Sunday, it's getting out of bed. My sister, when I talk to her, I tell you all that every weekend I call all my siblings, okay? Because they have those one-way phones, okay? That can only receive calls. Yes, the virus is real, okay? And it's touching all of us, okay? Gwen just posted about her boyfriend having it, and now she's being tested, okay? This is really hard, okay? This is really real. We're all 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon on this virus. We know somebody who has it, or somebody who knows somebody that has it, okay? We're 3 away from Gwen here, okay? This virus is real, and it is a terrible illness. I think I heard the death count in the U.S. is up to 40,000. This is very real. Okay, take it seriously. It is not a joke. Even though some areas have it worse than others, every area has it. Angie, to your point about being 20 people and being exhausted, absolutely. Don't try to be 20 people. Try to focus on the 3 most valuable things you can do this week to have the greatest effect. After this is over tonight, list them out and make that your focus for this week, not the 300 things that need to get done in your store. What 3 things are you going to get accomplished this week so that you can come back to this group and say, I accomplished these 3 big things for my store or my life. Or I took the day off. You know, my sister said she wasn't adulting today. She was still in pajamas. She wanted to go for a walk, but she decided she wasn't going to do that in her pajamas. So she didn't do that. But tomorrow's another day for her. So I posted about the Chamber of Commerce grant that's tomorrow, and Adele's got that posted on the Resale Strong page. So if you haven't run your zip code through that zip code checker, run it through that. There's not necessarily a 100%, while there's a rhyme or reason of what does qualify in its truest analytical sense. I know a lot of people are frustrated why this zip code is or isn't included, but be happy for those that can apply for it, and there will be other things. There's going to be plenty of money to go around. Other things are happening. So we will get to the other side of this, and because we're doing it together. We are in this together. We are driving to the other side. The Facebook Small Business Grant Program is open in several cities, and all the other eligible cities open this week on the 22nd. That is the day before Rebecca's birthday, for all of you that are wondering. The day before Rebecca turns 22, April 22nd, all eligible cities will open on the Facebook grant. which April 22nd, the day before Rebecca's birthday, is also Earth Day. For those of you that forget with everything else that's going on, so work on your Earth Day promotions. It is currently only open in New York City and Seattle. Tomorrow it opens in the San Francisco Bay Area, and again, April 22nd, the day before Rebecca's birthday and Earth Day, it opens in all other eligible U.S. cities. So that is good there. Where else am I on my Sunday list here, people? We're striving for progress. We're doing self-care Sunday. We're in it together. Oh, you probably want to know some stuff about the PPP and the EIDL because you tend to want to know about that. So, all indications are that this will head likely to the Senate tomorrow. They've come to a general agreement. They've pulled a lot of the other fat to the side that they are going to deal with separately. And they're going to deal with refunding the PPP and giving so that the Facebook grant information's already on the Resale Strong page, Kelly. So you can go to narcs.org/resalestrong, and the Facebook grant information and link is already right on there. That's been on there for a while because they talked about it for a long time. It's just now finally becoming available nationwide this week. The PPP will get refunded this week. It looks like the Senate will likely take it up tomorrow. And the House, nothing to be sorry for, Kelly. It's all good. And the House will likely take it up Tuesday or Wednesday, get it to the president by the end of the week. And lots of people have been getting approved in the last 24 hours for the EIDL loan. Okay, again, do not forget that is a loan, but those are still being processed. So if you are in the mix on processing, a lot of the people in March dates, especially prior to like the 28th, are getting approvals right now in the last 24 hours. I've been contacted by many people with their approvals, so that is moving forward. There is also, in this bill, they will reopen those applications as part of that as well. So I expect both the PPP and the EIDL to reopen this week and be processing applications. If you haven't gotten the PPP into your lender yet, there's a checklist again on the narcs.org/resalestrong page of everything that you will need to have together. There's also, if you didn't do the long form of your EIDL, there is a checklist of all the other things that they will ask for when they do contact you, or may ask you for, okay? So having that stuff ready makes the next steps work a lot faster. So the more you can have ready to go, the quicker there'll be money in the bank. A lot of the ones that got approved in the last 24 hours are likely to have that EIDL money in the bank by the end of the month. Most of them will. Which is a great thing, and to see that the process is working. It is working. It's not to be jealous that somebody got it and you haven't gotten it yet. It's to see that the process is working. It is absolutely working. Congress is going to refund this. They're going to add many billions of dollars to it this week, and keep that going. You will want to get. Yeah, isn't it great when you have that all ready for them? I mean, it makes the process easier, and especially if you're dealing with a community bank, it moves you up on the list, okay? Because they're having to go back to people so much for so many little things, relatively small things that are missing or weren't done, etc., that having that all together makes the process much easier. One of the things, again, that is needed for completion of the EIDL loan, okay, for you to be able to get funded, okay, they will fund up to $25,000 without this, okay, but they will not give you a penny more than that unless you have filed with your state the UCC filing that will be included in the documents that they provide to you. Okay, that UCC filing is a lien, okay, think of it like a lien on your house, it's a lien on the business, okay, and that needs to be filed with your state's Secretary of State. So if you figure out what you're going to have to do, most states have that online, and you can do that right on the Secretary of State's website. You then, depending on the state, may have to chase down the official, unofficial copy. It doesn't need to be a certified copy, but it needs to be more than just the receipt that you get for your payment. A lot of states have some nominal fee from $10 to $50 that you have to pay to file a UCC filing. And it is important for that to be done. And it is very important to use the exact same language that the SBA used on their UCC. Since you'll be getting most of that online from the SBA, copy and paste to the state filing is the way to go to make sure you don't miss a comma or a period and handle that correctly. Because with that, they will then fund your loan properly and everything. Keeping in mind that this is a loan, people. This is a loan. Do not forget that it is a loan and something that will have to be paid back. Okay, if you don't need the money, just put it on the side. Okay, there are no payments on it for a year. It is a 3.75% interest rate. And it's important, since we don't know where the end and return to the end of this is, and we don't know where return to normal is, two separate things, and return to normal, two different things. Okay, when your sales will return to normal, you want to make sure that you are handling this well and have that extra cushion on the side should you need it. Okay, because it's all about getting to the other side. It's about arriving on the other side. So, and I want you all to arrive with me on the other side. We're going to get to the other side. We're driving there. We've got our GPS set to the other side. And we're all packed in this car and we're driving there. And yes, the roads are a little bit muddy getting there and there's lots of stuff going on. But we will get to the other side of this and it's going to be okay. Resale is really prepped to be the shining star on the other side of this. So I'm so excited for that. What else did I have for you tonight? It's a slow down Sunday, so self-care Sunday, so it is a slower night. But be prepared if you did not already apply for the EIDL. When that opens up, you're going to want to get your application in for that so that you're in line. Because it does take some time, but I want you to be able to be in the line for that. And with your bank on the PPP, I know there are a lot of individual circumstances with the PPP of making the numbers work based on when the loan is disbursed and hitting that 8-week target. And I am here for you and I will help you. I've been helping countless people run the numbers to make sure that we hit those targets so that the PPP stays as a grant and you don't have a loan because it's a bad loan if it's a loan. We do not want that. That would not be very good for anybody. So again, as we turn back to our Good Morning, Good Night book today, for those of you that were not here at the top of the show, Joy is watching. How are you, Joy? I hope you are well in Canada. And that all is well with you. I've been meaning to check in with you. And hope you and the family are all well. Our Good Morning, Good Night book. Our Good Morning for those of us. Yes, it does. I have the pink calculator. I always have it right here and handy. And I'm happy to work with you on your individual situations. When you have an individual situation you want to reach out to me, the best way to reach out to me is to email me. And that is email is Neil, N-E-I-L, at ECIstores.com. That is N-E-I-L at ECIstores.com. I will add you to the pile and I will call you back when you least expect it. But I will call you if you get a call from a 508 number or a FaceTime from a 508 number because I like to see you. Okay? That is a call from me. Back to our Good Morning, Good Night book because we need our inspiration. Our Good Morning engages in a complicated handshake that injures us both. Ow, worth it. Go get 'em. Our evening, good night, engages in a complicated handshake that injures us both. Oops, put ice on that. Get some rest. Again, I can't do this whole elbow thing. I'm a shaker. I'm a hugger. I don't know how I'm going to survive this whole new handshake. They give lots of examples of ones in the book. I can't do anything but the basic handshake. Again, I love a good party. I love a wedding, a bar mitzvah, or any good reason to have a party. I am there for all of you anytime. I'm here every night live in the NARTS Facebook group for NARTS members. NARTS members can find me here live every night at 8 p.m. Eastern. I answer all your calls the following day. Well, not always the following day, but I answer all the calls. I return every email, every call. Do not forget, if you email me, to include your phone number with the area code. I will return your call. Absolutely. I am all there for you. These videos post to the public, so share them with all your business friends, whatever their industry is: a booker, a baker, a candlestick maker, a boutique hotelier, a hotelier. I talked to one of those today. Whatever your business, I am there to help. We're all going to the other side. It's not a straight line, but we're all going there. I am Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com. I'll be back tomorrow night. You, and you, and you, but most especially you, are not alone running this store. It's dinner time, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.